So when the person meets their twin flame, there's this intense familiarity that the person has. And through the conditioned mind, the person automatically thinks that it's this fairy tale, right? But that's just the dream. The twin flame is just showing you that there is no separation. That familiarity that the person feels is wholeness, oneness. But through the conditioned mind, the person thinks that, oh my gosh, this just feels so amazing. It's really, really fascinating to the person. And there's no way of getting out of it until the person literally realizes that, holy shit, there is no separation whatsoever. It's just, the twin flame is not anything special from anything else. It's just that the person's able to feel the familiarity through twin flame. But it does not make that person special from anybody else that the person has dated or been with. It's just that through that one person, through twin flame, they feel that intense energetic realization. And it's not even a realization at first. It's just a familiarity that the person feels. But in time, and there is no time, but eventually the person will feel this realization. And then the fairy tale falls away. Because the person feels the realization that, holy shit, there is no separation. But you'll hear other twin flame coaches, teachers. See, this isn't a teaching. This is just an expression, a suggestion. But you will hear like other coaches and twin flame teachers tell you that that there's sorry, that there is only one twin flame, right? That you can only, encounter one twin flame and yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. Your twin flame can show up in so many forms, in just different forms, honestly, because there is no separation. This is wholeness. This is oneness. So it's just energy, right? It's energy appearing as a twin flame. It's energy appearing as a person. It's energy appearing as a tree, as a house, as everything, but yet nothing, because it's all just energy appearing as something. Okay? So energy can appear in different forms. So yes, you can encounter your twin flame in different forms and feel that familiarity. You can. Because this is all wholeness, oneness. There is no separation at all whatsoever. But for some reason, through the person, that one person that you meet, you're able to feel this intense familiarity. But through the conditioned mind at first, the person creates a story around it, a fairy tale. And because there's this intense familiarity, this intense realization, whatever, when the person creates this fairy tale around it and hold attachments to the twin flame, needing the twin flame runs. But the moment that the person has this realization that, holy shit, we're not separate, and there isn't a we're, because there's no separation. There's no two people. When the person has that realization and no longer is in this needy energy, the twin starts to show up. Automatically, it just shows up. But the moment the person gets into that needy energy of needing the twin flame, focusing on the twin flame so much, they run. But the twin flame, there is no special thing here. The twin flame still has its own personality. It still has its own personality like everyone else does. The twin flame can have dickish ways, just like everyone else can have dickish ways, asshole-ish ways. There's no special thing here. It's just that you're able to see and feel the familiarity. And that's when the conditioned mind kicks in and, all the fairy tales and, oh my God, this is so magical. It's just out of this world. There's no out of this world. This is wholeness. This is oneness. The world is just energy. The sky, the sun, everything is energy appearing as a sky, the world, the sun, a person. But it's all just wholeness. There is no ending and there is no beginning to it. It's just energy appearing as everything. And there is no separation whatsoever. It's just that through the twin flame, you're able to feel the familiarity that, oh my goodness, there is no separation. But not at first. The person will create a fairy tale around it because it's only through the conditioned mind. The conditioned mind just kicks in full throttle. But look, the fairy tale will end when the person finally has a realization that there is no separation. It will end. But the person cannot get out of what's appearing to happen to the person. So ending will happen when it appears to happen to the person. So there's no point in the person being self-conscious of, oh my God, well, how do I get out of it? How do I get out of the needy energy? The person getting out of the needy energy will happen when it appears to happen to the person. There is no control here because energy is very spontaneous. But the person believes that they have control and that they can actually stop it. There is no control here. There is no free will. But the person believes that there's free will. So stopping will appear to happen when it appears to happen to the person. So if the person is of a need of being with the twin flame, then that's just what it is. So don't be hard on yourself about it, right? Don't be hard on yourself about it. Just allow things to happen. Don't sit and be like, "Oh God, I shouldn't have done that. Oh my God, I need to get out of this energy." No, there's no getting out of it. Getting out of it will happen when it appears to happen to the person. And it's very spontaneous, and it will happen unexpectedly. So there's no point in the person stressing over, "Oh my God, I'm being obsessive, da 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 da, yada yada yada." Oh well, that's just what's appearing to happen to the person, and there's no getting out of that. You know, obsessing over twin flame will end when it appears to end for the person. There is no control over what the person is doing, because it's all just energy appearing as a person, as a twin flame, as whatever. It's all wholeness. It's all oneness. There is no separation whatsoever. And things are just spontaneously happening. But you'll hear other coaches and teachers tell you that everything else is separate and your twin flame is not separate from you. You'll hear other coaches say that, teachers, that the twin flame is one soul. Soul is just a concept. It's an idea, and it's a lovely idea, but it's still just a concept. There is only just wholeness, oneness. There is no other people out there and just you and your twin flame that are wholeness. No, everything is wholeness. Everything is wholeness. It's just that through twin flame, you're able to feel the familiarity, that there is no separation. That's it. But you'll hear other teachings, and this isn't a teaching, I'm just expressing myself. This is just an expression, and there is no I, there is no you, and there is no me. This is all just wholeness. There is no separation at all whatsoever. There is no within and there is no without. It's all just wholeness. It's all just energy appearing as everything, but yet nothing. Because there really isn't nothing going on. It's all just an appearance. It's all just the unknown appearing as everything, but yet nothing. So it's pointless for the person to get so attached to the twin flame. Really, honestly, because it's all just wholeness. But then at the end of the day, the person can't get out of being attached until it happens to the person. And it will happen very spontaneously. See, but the person feels like the person has control over what the person is doing. But there is no control, because it's all just energy appearing as something. And I know that this sounds very uncompromising. It really does. To the person, it feels very uncompromising, but it is what it is. There is no separation whatsoever. But through the twin flame, there's this intense familiarity, this realization that happens to the person eventually, that, holy shit, there is no separation. And that the twin flame was there to show you that there is no separation. The twin flame was there for you to feel that familiarity, to feel it. You'll hear a person say, oh God, I feel like I've known you before. Well, you do. You do know it because it's all wholeness. It's oneness. That's that feeling. It's a familiarity the person's feeling, but they feel like, oh God, I've known you before. That's just a dream. That's the fairy tale. I've known you in a past life. There is no past life. There's no getting out of this. There's no ending and there's no beginning. This is it. This is it. Now, the twin flame can appear in different forms. It can appear. You can feel this familiarity with someone else. And there isn't a someone else, but you know what I mean. You could have the same familiarity with someone else. And that's that, oh my God, I've known you before. I think I've known you in the past life. It's because you had this familiarity with another person. It can happen over and over and over again with a different person. It can. But you'll hear other teachings tell you, no, it's only one person that you can feel that with. No, you can feel the familiarity with other forms. You can feel the familiarity with other forms, which is just energy anyways, because this is all just fucking energy. It's all energy. It's all wholeness. It's all oneness. But through twin flame, you can feel the intense familiarity. That holy shit. There's something going on here. And then this realization happens. Like, we're not separate. There is no separation. There is no separation whatsoever. And that this whole twin flame thing was just a fairy tale, just a dream. It was storytelling. It was just storytelling. It was a concept. It's a concept. There is no within neither. You can't go within and connect. It's just energy. There's no within or out because it's all just energy. It's all just energy. Going within is just, it's just a concept. It's just an idea. But it's all conditions to me, you know. It's just conditions, and there's no within, there's no without, there's no soul. Soul is just a concept, and even energy is just a concept. It's really just unknown. And even unknown is a concept. It's the mystery. And even the mystery is a concept. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Really. But I'm just trying to explain this the best way I know how to. That this is just wholeness, oneness, and even wholeness and oneness is a concept. It's an idea. But it's the only way to explain what this is. And there is no explanation, really. There is no describing what this is. But don't get so caught up in the fairy tale and what other teachings, you know, that, you know, you're one soul and... you know, and consciousness. There is no consciousness. And, you know, it's all just energy. It's all just energy appearing as consciousness and a soul and whatever you want to fucking call it. It's all energy appearing as something, appearing as object and form. Really.